What's up, guys? Here with another, 1 year recap video of having, a dog named Nolan, right? So I originally, had this dog, on July 20th of 2019, right? And you've been wondering, like, when's the first video you post about Nolan? I think around, like, July 21st, 2020, the day after I get the dog, because it takes time, upload and do editing, all that stuff, so... Yeah, it's been exactly, 1 year that I had Nolan, right? I mean, should I make a recap of him, how he evolved and all stuff, how he changed? This video might be long, but I try to make it as short as possible, so that way, I can get more likes on this video and you don't have to watch, very long, right? So yeah, man. So I cannot believe that time fly already, and 1 year of having a dog, and this dog lived in this house for like 1 year, right? So like, how did the puppy got here also? Did you go to the store buy a puppy? I mean, we bought this this dog was originally came from Los Angeles, right? I mean, my uncle family, like bought him, in the store, pet store or something, and then yeah, he drove like all the way down here, and that's why my uncle family, visit us, very frequently because of, Nolan and also other things. But yeah, I mean, when Nolan first came here, he was about 2 months. He was already 2 months old, right? I mean, his original birthday is on May 18th, of 2019, and yeah, he was, a very sick puppy, right? This is what happened, last year, right? About having a dog. So yeah, he looks very weak. He's sick, and he only weighs, not even like 5 pounds. He was like less than 4 pounds, right? A very, like malnutrition, dog, right? Yeah, we had to put like, this cage around him, and pee pads and poop pad because he doesn't know where to pee and poop. And all he does is just, like whines and wants to get out of the cage and all stuff. And yeah, and he does not like to eat his food because he's feeling sick. I mean, yeah, typically, lots of, when an animal's a baby, they really get hungry and they just want to eat, right? But this dog, stay, below 5 pounds for like several weeks, and then, starting in August, he starts like gaining, a few more pounds. And I did make, multiple videos and updates about, how big the puppy gets. Because dogs, they grow up, really fast, because in a matter of like 3 or 4 months, like they're almost like adult size already, or half of the adult size. And by Christmas, like he's almost like adult size. He's still growing a bit, and then, like, let's explain, what happened, all stuff. So, is this dog strange, or is this dog normal, or I just, you probably asked me, like, you need to describe a little bit more detail about your dogs and stuff, right? I mean, here was what I recommend when you get a puppy, when you first buy a puppy as a pet, or buy pets, when they're a baby. So you should like take picture, like almost every day, if you can store, that much, image, because taking a lot of picture, take us like a lots of, storage space or megabytes and something like that. I mean, I do recommend you take a picture, like, let's see like how they evolve, every day, and they change every day. They grow up a little by little, and yeah, animal gains weight. Baby animal gains weight, like every day, just in general, just to grow up very fast, right? Yeah, I mean, he was a very, I say that throughout his, his 1 year of life, like, this dog is very, picky when he eats food. And how did he got sick? Like, that was a question that I did not answer. So he probably ate, another, dog's poop or something, and then, yeah, because, when they're a little dog, they just don't know a lot of things, and they can eat like lots of, harmful substance, that can like kill them, or get them very sick or something like that. And that's what exactly what happened to the dog. That's how he got very sick, right? And Then we have to like send him doctors and all that stuff to see like to check on him, what's going on with him. Every once in a while he has to visit the vet, just to make sure his health is in good condition. He used to be, very skinny, very underweight, right? Yeah, because obviously because he's very lightweight, because at 2 or 3 at around like 2.5 months or 3 months, at top of like July or August, like he's supposed to weigh like double his weight. That's what's recommended weight. He's supposed to weigh like 9-10 pounds, but he's like half of it under, and he's a very small dog, right? He's still like under 5 pounds, right? And then once we start feeding him medicine and he starts feeling better and better, and he started learning more tricks and all stuff, and he also get better in potty training and all stuff, and soon like my mom buy a doggy door, so that way he can go outside without asking to ring the bell and all stuff. But I mean, if you've been looking at my past video, right, he always go just put a fence around him, that way he does pee and poops out in the patio inside his house. But I'll explain in a minute like what happened to that doggy door at the end of the video, because it's obviously got removed for some reason, right? I'll explain it. So trying to explain like all his characteristics and what Nolan usually do, right? Yeah, he's just like he then as he gets older he starts barking a lot more, which is very very reasonable. Yeah, because every time that every animals are very sensitive to noise. Like if they hear noise, if they hear a person walk by, or when a person drive by, like he always like barks. Yeah, because he's territorial, right? Yeah, he starts barking around like late August or starting September, when he starts growing bigger and bigger. Then he gets smarter, and he said that in being like 1 year with the dog, like what do you experience all stuff? All you do, because at the beginning of his baby, at his early doghood or childhood of Nolan, all he eats is just like kibbles and canned food, right? I mean, it was very easy to feed him, back then, cause he really needs to grow, and he has to eat a lot for him to grow, right? Just like me, like when I was younger, I have to eat a lot, cause I have to grow, right? I mean, yeah, but when you get older, stuff, like digestive system and metabolism, I don't know, probably slow down as you get older, and that's why you tend to eat a little less than you did when you were younger. Right, which is actually very true, right? I mean, comparing you like like a person who's like between let's say around teenager to up to early adulthood, or comparing to adult mid-age to old age, they eat a little less, right? Because of metabolism. I mean, same thing with dogs. So now I mean, he's bigger, but then he just just probably eat a little less than before. But for dogs it's probably different, right? I mean, he's not very picky either, after he recovered from his sickness, right? And then like, do you play with dog and stuff? I mean, yeah, Nolan, he does love running around. He does like swimming because of his paw, his wet feet, right? That was that that he was born with those, so he can like swim stuff. I mean, good thing golden retrievers are easy to give a bath, because they like water and stuff. I mean, I know that most dogs in general hates water, including cats and stuff, right? I mean, yeah, I do see on YouTube people complication have to literally drag their dog into the tub, and it's just hard. But this dog, like, you just trying to drag a shower stuff, it shouldn't be no problem, because they do like water. But then every time after he takes a showers and stuff, Nolan, he just like runs around the house to dry himself up. Yeah, he does love lots of running, just like I do. That's what dogs does. And also, what do I have to say about Nolan? What's another thing that I forgot to say? Through 1 year experience. Also, he likes to, gets a lots of attention. That's what most dog does, which is usual. Yeah, he constantly, bugs you or barks at you or, or touch you or disturb you. Yeah, Nolan does it to me sometimes. He does it to my sister, to my mom. Yeah, sometimes he like licks and nugs you sometimes, and yeah, because he wants attention, he wants you to play with him. Yeah, because he gets often, very bored and stuff. I mean, this dog like is very friendly and it likes to get a lot of people's attention and have Nolan bitten anyone before, or a stranger. I honestly don't think he has bitten, stranger before, but he just bites, within our family member. He just bites just for fun. He doesn't, really intend to hurt people. He just bites, just for fun, right? That's what Nolan does. Right? I mean, let's just say that, let's say that it's been, so let me explain, what happened recently. So as I go through a timeline, so a few months, into 2020, like this dog is like this Nolan is getting, very picky when he comes to eating food, right? We used to feed him canned food, all the time, but now, it's all different. We don't feed him canned food anymore. We sometimes feed him, human food like rice food, and and just little kibbles, but no more canned food. Yeah, because this dog is really picky, when it comes to food. Because when we feed him canned food, he just literally just doesn't want to eat it. He just like yuck. He like looks away, just make expression like he just doesn't want to eat his food, and he literally just starved himself for the whole day. Doesn't like eating food and stuff. Yeah, so that's the thing that I try to explain what I've been know, right? But when he gets older, yeah, now he gets really picky food. All he wants, his favorite thing he likes, is belly rubs, and he likes treats, and he likes bones, right? I mean, every time he finishes his food, then he's a good boy, good stuff, and sometimes he gets rewarded with treats and bone, right? Yeah, lots of dogs like bones and stuff, right? And also, there's another thing, but yeah, having a dog is a lot of work. You constantly have to like keep him exercise and walk out and stuff, or else he'll, yeah, I mean, just to maintain the dog and make sure you're taking good care of the dog. Yeah, my sister usually does majority of the dog work comparing to me, my mom, and my dad, right? I do take care of him sometime, but mostly my sister. She mostly plays with him, walks him a lot, throughout the neighborhood. Yeah, and I do walk my dog sometime, right? And I even record him, like him walking around the backyard and stuff. And yeah, this dog is actually a very strange dog because he sniffs on lots of bushes and trees and grass and plants. Well, I don't ever see, like other dogs does that, but maybe a few of them does, but this dog, just likes to sniff things. It's very curiosity. That's what I try to explain, right? Yeah, that's how Nolan is, and obviously when he goes on walks, sometimes he just wants to go home, and I just take like maybe like a few steps or a few hundred steps, outside house. Sometimes I don't even have to walk a block, and he suddenly just wants to go home right away. Well, most dogs, they just want to go out. Sometimes you leave the door open, and sometimes Nolan won't leave the house. Yeah, every time you leave the door open, the dog, just runs out of the house, and that is a big dog problem. But for this dog, it's super strange. Like, he doesn't even want to leave the house sometimes. Sometimes he just wants to go home right away. Sometimes he enjoys, being outside. It happens to him when he's young, and he still does that sometimes when he's even old, because someday, the dog acts up and all stuff. And what happened to the door, the doggy door, that let dog, go out and in, out and in, without constantly ringing the bell or asking, people to, open the door, the doggy door. Like, yeah, my mom has to remove that doggy door. You know, like downstairs, he is located downstairs, which is, like, why is the doggy door removed? Because, obviously, because, we're getting out of this house and we were just moving, right? Technically, that's what happened, right? Yeah, so, yeah, for moving purposes, and we're not gonna stay in this house, very long and stuff, and this is exactly what happened, and now, the doggy door is in, the newer home, right? Which I'll probably make a video, if I have time, or if I have time to stop by the house, But yeah, just comment below, like, if you want me to make, a new video about, about this new house. I mean, it shouldn't be long because the house is obviously much smaller, so it's gonna be a much quicker, tour, house view, right? The new house view that I'm going, in probably like in about a month, right? Yes, and like how you play with Nolan all stuff. So what kind of trick can Nolan do? So I don't know. He does like rolling and stuff. He does like bang. He doesn't do lots of tricks, cause he's a very lazy and stubborn dog. Like, he doesn't even know how to like clean up a toy. He only knows like very few tricks, like rolling and sitting and no and good boy. That's all he doesn't know like very much. So I'm pretty sure like there's other dogs, that can do that are much better than, Nolan right now. Right, there's a lot of dogs. But I just have to accept who he is, even though I don't like his characteristic. Some of his characteristics, but not all of them, but yeah, man, he just likes to play, all the time, and he just usually, rests when he's tired and all stuff. But yeah, man, just, that's what changed, in Nolan, so far, as he gets older. He just became a more, food picky, right? And sometimes you just have to watch him, like eating food for him to, to finish his meals and all stuff. Yeah, he does, play, very rough, Nolan, right? When he plays with my sister, sometimes he bites her just for fun. So that way she can be forced, let go of the toy, and he just, wins stuff. Yeah, I mean, Nolan's also pretty possessive, of his toy. Sometimes you play with him, but he does not want you to play with him because sometimes, like I said, he just only wants attention, and sometimes I ask him to like drop a toy or give me a toy, and he just doesn't. He just too possessive. He only does to get attention, and he just wants attention, right? Not you to play with him. Sometimes you play with him. Sometimes yeah. Most time when I play with Nolan like this, like my sister, this is how my sister play with Nolan more than I do. Like, not always she throws the ball. She also play tug of war with him and all stuff. I don't know what she does, because mostly I don't see her play with Nolan that much. And for me, I'm usually only throw the ball because it's very easy, and I just don't want play tug of war with him, because I'm afraid that he might bite and all stuff, and he might accidentally hurt me. So I usually just throw the ball and he just like catches it and all stuff, right? I mean, what's nothing you expect about Nolan? I mean, it's 20-minute video, right? Yeah, sometimes Nolan bites stuff and all stuff, and yeah, I do have to be careful of what Nolan bites to, because we make sure that he doesn't damage anything that is, he doesn't like damage anything or swallow anything harmful substances, so that way he doesn't end up in a pet hospital. Yeah, I mean, sometimes dog gets bored and they just chew stuff and they just rip stuff, and Yeah, just gotta, be careful of what things you don't want to be ripped, what things. Yeah, sometimes you just have to keep an eye on him and stuff. I mean, Nolan, he mostly rips toys. Sometimes he rips something else, but I cannot explain what it is and all stuff. But yeah, I can see that he has like four, like I don't know, like two or three like tennis ball, and one ball is like totally ripped, and some balls are like halfly ripped. And yeah, I remember that, like when Nolan was younger, he used to have lots of more stuffed animals, but all his stuffed animal either get put away or thrown away because he totally rips it. Yeah, I remember his favorite, stuffed animal was the monkey, right? I mean, I haven't seen him play with the monkey lately yet because he just rips all of it. Right, his teeth get sharper and all stuff. I forgot to mention when he was younger, right? I forgot to mention like when Nolan was younger, he used to, bite more frequently compared to, now because he was teething. But now all his baby teeth is like, or already, losing, and then his adult teeth is like, it's like growing back up, right? Yeah, he used to bite for two reasons: just to get attention, and also because he was teething. But now, he only does it to get attention, or yeah, or if he's bored and stuff, right? But yes, man. I mean, comment below like if I missed anything, about Nolan, right? Or if I miss, any, statistic about Nolan, right? And you've been asking like how much he weighs. He currently weighs, it's around 60 pounds. I mean, he could have, gained maybe a few pounds. He could weight up to 70 pounds or more, depending, on his health, or depending, on his lifestyle. But yeah, like so he grew like more than 10 times his size. So just a year ago, like I had like a 4.5 pound sick puppy, now growing up to like a 60 pound dog, right? He used to be 61, but he hasn't been eating a lot lately, so he started to lose weight again. So but yeah, because he was visited to the vet, certain time he was a little underweight, but now he's closer to overweight, based on his dog size, right? Is he a large dog or a medium dog? I can say that yeah, he's a medium dog because most dogs are supposed to weigh around 50 to 70 pounds, which is a medium sized dog. Well, if it's a large dog, then usually large dogs weighs about like 100 pounds or more, or close to 100 pounds, right? Yeah, I mean there are some dogs that weighs more than I do, or an average human, right? Yes, I mean this is all the information I have about Nolan, and if I miss any information about stuff, you can just comment below and you can say like what about Nolan, and if that question seems relevant or if I can understand. Yep, thanks for watching this entire video, and I gotta end this video. Hopefully I can upload it just in time for you guys to see it. So yeah, man.